We are live. All right. I'll be back. You know how I do. Do 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 do. Lights, camera, action. Are we ready? We're doing it. Lights, right? All right. Let's see. Let's see if we can get this in here. We don't have to worry about mosquitoes. All right. All right. Let's see. All right. Let's see if we can get it on this one here too. Do 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 do. Says, let me mute that. All right. Let's see. Do we got any watchers yet? Do we have any watchers? Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. All right. Let's see. If you're watching, give me a moment. I will. If you're watching, give me a moment. Oh, there we go. Hey, all smiles. Good morning to you. I'm actually making coffee from inside, and I got a new microphone. So let me know. All smiles. Oh, hold on. I got an echo here. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. 5x5. Can I get a 5x5? Mic check. Mic check. You may hear me typing. Hi, just wanted to say hello. Oh, okay, cool. Let's see. I'm having my iced coffee now, and yes, you're loud and clear. Okay, thanks. All right, well, maybe you can chat with me just for a minute. Let me make some loud. Okay, cool. I have this new microphone on, so I'll talk about it in a second. Let me make my coffee. So if you don't mind, just wanted to check in too. Yeah, I watched the movie Eddington last night. If it's still too loud, let me know. I have it right below my chin. So if it's too loud, let me know and I'll move the microphone up, maybe up somewhere else. But I watched the movie Eddington last night with Pedro Pascal and Joaquin Phoenix. Have you seen that movie? Kind of weird. I'd always wanted to watch it at the movies, but that sounds great. Okay, great, cool. Yeah, these microphones are God. I'm gonna spell it Kukiho, Kakua, something. No, I didn't get it off TikTok. I got it off actually Amazon. No, I haven't. It's a weird movie, but I'll tell you since you're my first viewer. I don't know how familiar you are with small towns, like small town USA, but I love like going through West Texas, through all like the small towns that are not really so small anymore. They are growing, and basically it's about the sheriff. I won't give you the end plot because it's weird, but basically Joaquin Phoenix, the one that played the Joker, he also came on Science with Mel Gibson. I'm trying to read. Oh my gosh, I just played that song by Justin Moore. Oh yeah, Small Town. Right? Isn't it funny how they tell you in songs what people are thinking or how people feel or maybe what they see the government doing? Isn't that weird? Anyway, so the sheriff, Joaquin Phoenix, is a small town. And Eddington is not even a real place because I looked it up. I was like, where's this at? Because I've been to New Mexico a couple of times, right? It's my neighboring state. And Pedro Pascal, I have to say his name right. Yeah, he's an awesome actor. Mandalorian. He is running for mayor again. and it's kind of like that left and right. Like the sheriff, he's right wing, Republican, you can tell, and then the mayor is like Democrat, and it's this clash of these two leaders in this town, and little by little, the sheriff, he's ex-military, so I'm sure he has like some type of like PTSD that most military people have, and that's no shade on them. That just happens, right, to a lot of people. I have family like that too, and so people, it affects him, right, and so he starts to feel like he's losing his grip on the town, right, and he has no say so. No one listens to him. It takes place during the 2019, 2020, the riots and COVID and all that. So it's really interesting. And I just thought, man, how true and hit to home that the world is changing, which is why I put Eddington in the title, and the world has changed. Because, you look around and it's like YouTube is not the same, right? Which is kind of what I'm segueing into, is like YouTube is not the same. My coffee's finishing up. I'm gonna come on camera here in a minute. YouTube is not the same. Where the old players that we all kind of grew up in. All smiles. My daughter was in a bad car accident. A semi hit her and her boyfriend. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry to hear that. Fourth on the highway, they said that they were very lucky to survive the hit at a high speed. She's concussion and has to be. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, I'm going to send prayers out to her, and yes, keep us posted. Keep me posted, if nothing else. Hey, Patriot Warsaw, good morning. We're talking about Eddington, the movie, and the world changing. Back to you, Smiles, real quick. I'm sorry to hear that. That is one of the things as a parent. I'm going to jump all over the place. As a parent, you fear that, when your kids get in the car, like, please be careful. Please look both ways. Which I'm always telling my daughters, I'm like, please drive carefully, because people are not driving like you, Thanks, Red. Yeah, no problem. Sorry you're going through this hard time. Yeah, Smiles. I'll say a prayer for Smiles, Patriot. But it's like, you see the world changing, right? And even me, I tell my wife, I said, man, I'll make a comment when I see someone, whether it's on TV, personal friend, coworker, family member, and like, man, they're looking old. And I tell my wife, I'm not saying I don't look old. I know I'm getting older, but even like the best of us, like, I have a friend that works out, like, I call him Wolverine. He's just built naturally. He takes a supplement, powders, whatever. But even he's starting to look old. I'm like, man, he's looking old, Isn't that funny how things flip-flop in life? It's like when you're young, there's certain people in school that are just hot, and then you got your nerds, people that don't develop until after high school, right? And then the people that are hot are not so hot later on because they're like married, they have kids, whatever. That happens, right? It's just life. I'll check the comments in a second. And so, and then it's like throughout your life, the roles reverse, right? It's like you're the ugly duckling, then you blossom, then life happens, and you start to age, and then they get a little hot, and then you get a little older, and the people that have plastic surgery, boobs jobs, whatever, then they're not looking so hot anymore. It's like, dang, that's just life, right? And that's for all of us. I'm not saying that about anybody or shitting on anyone that gets plastic surgery done or anything like that. All right, I'm coming out so you can see my ugly mug. Give me a second. I'm gonna grab this microphone here. But it's just the way life is, right? It's just funny how that works. And I'm like, and then no means am I saying that I'm a supermodel or nothing. Let me put this down because I'm coming out, guys. I'm about to step in front of my fan because I have it on because of the stupid mosquitoes that are still out. And I'm like, go away. So let me know just in a minute. Let me know how you can still hear me or not, because it's another reason why I bought these things. Hello, people. Good morning. Welcome to Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. So, all right, let me fix this up here. All right. Let me know if you can hear me still. loud by loud, 5x5, loud by loud, 5x5 or not. I have the microphone here. I can certainly move it up if I need to. I'm just trying to keep the mosquitoes off from me. So let me know if you can still hear me. 5x5, great, awesome. So the this is what I bought. Let's see if I get this right there. Keep it still. Kukiho, however you pronounce it. Kukua, Kukoa, Kuka, whatever. But that's the brand I got. And it comes with 2 microphones. And the good thing is, I don't want to take the other one out, but this microphone actually is magnetized on that clip on the inside. And the clip on the inside actually opens up, which I've been using on my little cap and all when I want to do some content. So it's a little chilly now that I got the fan out here, but I'm trying to keep the stupid mosquitoes off me. Did anybody see my Western town? I went to the Buggy Barn Museum in Blanco, Texas. I believe I did 2 different videos. Anyways, got to star in my own little Western cowboy movie. Myself, of course, with the drone. But just one of my dreams is like film, walking through the town and having the drone kind of going. That's pretty cool. The weather here. Let me blow this up so I can take my glasses off. I see the little hearts flying on the side, so thank you. I do see that. All right, let me blow this up here. And let me see. All right, let me blow this up. All right. Life's not easy. No, it's not. I think that's big enough. I can probably see without. All right. Let's see. It's funny how you have to what I'm doing is I got my computer, so I'm pinching the screen up and I'm making it super big so I can see on the thing without having to use my glasses. Life's a roller coaster, and you really do have to roll with the punches. You really do. You're the second person who said that to me. Me smiles. Let's see. I must have missed it. Morning. While people are focused on the world and they forget about that. Yep. I pray so hard. It made me cry. Okay, I must have missed your conversation, guys. I keep praying in my heart nonstop. All right. I don't want to mess up my little. All right. I'll have to go back and look at that. Loud. Okay, give me a second. My daughter. Okay, I'm going through some. All right, preacher. I'm trying to catch up to you guys, so bear with me. But you're saying I'm going through some very hard, difficult time with hardships in my family and friends right now. Constantly praying. Okay, sorry to hear that, Patriot. I will tell you this, brother. You are not alone, man. Especially when it affects your own spiritual warfare. Yeah, definitely. When it affects you, when it affects you personally, it's different, right? It just flows different. It feels different. Okay. I'm trying to be as comfortable as I can. Yes, so much to say. The world is changing, right? And it's I'll give you an example. I tell my wife, I'm doing these things while I can do them still. While I can still physically move. I'm still healthy for my age. Thank you, God. I say my prayers, eat my vitamins, like Hulk Hogan says. I give grace. I give thanks to God, and just say thank you for another day of life. I know that this moment will pass. I know that I'm not going to be young to be able to do some of the things that I do, throw knives and go shooting. And even then, that takes a toll on my body. It's especially when it affects you. Make sure. I pray the Lord's Prayer. Yeah. Whatever prayer you need to pray, Patriot, you pray it, man. And, I'm going to try to circle back around, and I'll keep getting thrown off here. And I appreciate you too for watching. But it's The world is changing before our eyes. And whether you close them or keep them open, it's like, it doesn't matter, right? You can shut your door and lock yourself in your house. The world is changing. And I think we have to remind ourselves, like, it ain't stopping just because I close my eyes, just because I, shut the front door, lock up. If I go away from where I live and come back a month later, it's still changing every day. And I have to remind myself, this is the time to make the moment count, right? This is the time, because this moment will never come back. And it doesn't matter how much money you make. If you have $1 million in your savings account, you're probably not going to spend it all in your lifetime, unless you're just a drug addict or a gambler. But otherwise, you're going to save your money until the end, and it's going to be left for somebody else to spend. All right. Um, the world is changing, man. It's just, count your prayers and be thankful for today, and know that this moment passes. And if you don't make use of it, or you waste it, it's gone. Heaven, all be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will. Yes, now that is the one that I say. That is it. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us out of temptation, but deliver us from evil. Deliver us from evil, Lord. Yes, I know that one. And that's probably the only one that I really know and that I say, because it's like, that's the one that says it all. That's the one that's like chef's kiss, as they say. You know. And so, and I think about like all the YouTubers that have come and gone, all the ones like, man, remember back in the day, the old YouTubers, and anybody else that's out there. I'm not looking. I think it's just 3 watching. Feel free to jump in. Even some of the guys, that I normally talk to in the past, I don't even hear from them that really much. I mean, I don't hear them. I don't see them on making videos. I'm like, man, what happened to so and so? And I'll message them. They're like, oh, I'm here, or whatever. But I'm like, the world has changed, man. It's just, and then, I'm not saying I'm the last of the Mohicans, but shit, I feel like, man, there ain't many of us left from back from when I started, and it's like, and, okay, also, salvation is through. Yeah, yeah. Is that your picture right there? I see a picture of black and white. It looks like. Let me see. Let me put on my glasses. Oh yeah, that's a good picture. Yeah, it is. But the thing is, it's like, some of us will never meet each other here, right? We'll never meet each other, and that's okay, right? Because we need to keep our identity, and we need to keep safe from people that we may not really know. But I keep this in mind, and that is, whenever my last day is, whenever that may be, whenever God's ready to. I haven't been up to making my videos lately or posting, just trying to focus on health and all the lunches life has been. Oh yeah, for sure. Punches. Oh, I got you. I got you. Yeah, I haven't seen the dogs, the puppies, which are full grown now. I know. I think about my old dog Max too, from my black German Shepherd, and I'm like, man. Oh, and for a while there, just a little news flash update is that I am back to retirement life for a couple of months, taking a break. That was interesting and fun. And speaking of being humbled and praying, is I actually was working with special needs, which is very interesting. This was going into, I did it all last year, and then I did it for a couple of months, and then I just said, hey, I'm taking a break. And they're like, you don't want to put your 2-week notice? I'm like, nah. They're like, you might not be able to come back. I'm like, I ain't coming back. So, and nothing against the kids. It's just, I remember him. He was a beautiful dog. Yes, thank you, Smiles. Every time I see a black German Shepherd somewhere, I'm like, oh, Max. He's stopping by to say hello. So he was a good dog. Man, he was a good dog. He was a good dog. Too bad, dogs just they have such a short life that you don't really think about it, because you treat them like family, and it's like, they're already old, man. By year 9, 10, you start seeing the difference. And if you're lucky, you have them for 12, 13 years plus. Speaking of dogs, the little dogs last the longest. Like the little chihuahuas, they live the longest, right? And that goes so true to like people, right? People that are big, jacked up, like The Rock, which has lost a lot of weight. I'm sure you've seen him. My girl's already too. Wow, time flies. But like The Rock, and then what's his name, Batista, the wrestler Batista. Like both those guys are not jacked up anymore because the truth is, and even my friend that told you want to call Wolverine, he's like, I'm doing more cardio now. He goes, I'm dropping the weight because he goes, if you want to live longer, you gotta be smaller, right? I was like, yeah, I'm glad you're figuring that out, man. You can't be that big and jacked up at our age, like 50 plus, and be like, I'm 51. Just had a birthday last month, so so yeah. So it's just the older you think. In fact, I saw a video last night. I can't which remember what platform, but it was a guy. He was like he was 55, and he was saying, he goes, I have 20 more summers to go, 20 more Christmases to go. Like he said, like that, right? My daughter, you're still young and kicking. Oh yeah, I feel it, man. I am. I really am. I'm blessed, man. Other than losing my hair and not having the thick hair that I had before, I feel pretty healthy, man. I feel blessed, and I'm trying to stay grounded and not. And I'm just like, I don't smoke. I stopped drinking like 2 years ago or more. Not that I was a heavy drinker, but I'm like, those two things I don't do, which is a plus. I mean, when I went to see my doctor like 2 years ago, and he's like, the fact that you don't smoke, that's a big plus. And then you stop drinking, that's even better, man. And I'm not shitting on anyone that smokes or drinks out there. You do you. You like to smoke, drink, whatever. That's your business, right? But for me, it's like I want to do as best as I can. I don't drink sodas. I drink coffee, which I've been picking up my caffeine lately. But I still drink the mushroom coffee. I just ordered me some mud water, which I haven't drank that in a couple of months. So I thought, let me go ahead and order me a couple of those supplies before my last check is all spent. So I'm trying to make it last through next month. Hey, what's up, City Prepper? Good morning. Welcome to the party, pal. Bruce Willis, remember? Die Hard. Welcome to the party, pal. But even me, like, let's talk about pew-pews. Like, even me, like, I'm thinking, man, like, the world is changing, right? And of course, I'm going to do my best to pass on what I do have to my kids. But I'm like, how many out of all my kids even like to do that anymore? I have one that comes with me to the range to make videos or like goes with me to clay shoot. But the others don't really have any interest in it because the world is changing, right? It costs money to go shoot. It costs money to buy ammo. It costs money to... The stupid mosquitoes over here flying around. I see you, buddy. He won't come near me because I got this big ass fan next to me, this industrial fan. But it's like the world is changing, and it's like that. I'll put it in simple terms. My kids, which I know, my kids are not ever going to experience the world that I experienced growing up, and I get that. I'm not naive to that, and I tell my kids this: take what I gave you growing up in life and apply it in today's world. And I know that you're playing by a whole different set of rules than I am. I get that. I understand. I understand that. I'm not naive to think that you need to play by the same rules as me. You do what you feel is best, but you try to do the right thing in life. Let me go heat up my coffee here. I'll be right back. I still got the microphone on, so. But it's like you keep doing what you got to do in life. Don't. And I tell my kids this: any of you that have kids, Smiles, I know you said you had a daughter or you have a daughter. Sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that, but that I tell my kids this, and that is, I always want you to continue to grow, move forward, do better, learn from your mistakes, right? Learn from your errors, right? Don't repeat them if you can. Just keep them. Come on, coffee. But I tell them I love them. I'm proud of them, and I want them to be successful in life, and I want them to. I'm not looking at the comments just yet because I'm in the house, but I want them to be successful and to learn from their mistakes, right? whether they're good or bad, you learn from them. And just that I pray that, I can be here long enough to see them grow up and not really, I tell them I can't fix your problems. I can help you, but I can't fix your problems. You're going to have to figure some of that out on your own. But I can certainly give you the map to life and say, hey, go left or go right. Do this, don't do that. And even then, the kids don't listen to you because guess what? I was young too at one point, and I didn't listen to my grandparents. So, and I know there was more that I wanted to say. I'm trying to think of it while I'm away from the camera. It's like life changes, man. Your relationships change, your partner changes, the way they are, the way they think. It's not what you think going into it. Like, hey, it's going to be like this always. Like, it's always going to be lovey-dovey. It's always going to be cutie, kissy. Things change. Your body changes. The love back then is not the same love like now. It's not the same. And that's okay. It just means you're maturing, you're growing. You're not looking at your partner in the same way as far as that goes. Not to get too graphic, but and it's like, but you're still side by side, and I think that's what matters. I kind of like not looking into the camera, just talking off camera. It's pretty cool. I feel like I'm just talking like out loud, and whoever hears me hears me. Hang on, coming back outside. Hang on. Don't let me heat up my coffee. But yeah, it's you take all the, and I think about my grandfather. I think about him, and I think about like, what was he thinking? And then when I'm sitting outside drinking my coffee, and I'm like, you're looking at the world changing. He's probably thinking, he was thinking this, like, man, see how much has changed and memories. It's just, I'm coming back out, guys. All right, let me turn this off. Turn that off. All right. Make these moments count. Smiles every day. Tell your kids you love them. City prepper, patriot, whoever your loved ones are, tell them you love them, man. Because you're here today and gone tomorrow. Let me see. Good morning, Rick. Cold weather here. Yeah, and I've been thinking about doing a checkup, like doing a go YouTube live, right, and do a checkup and say, man, let's see how everyone's doing. Yes, almost. Yes. And I'm sure you've heard this. I'm sure you've heard this too, and that is, no parent wants to bury their child. No parent wants to bury their own kid. It's like, I go first, and then you, and then you, and you, and you. But as you get older, it's like, man, you start to see and hear about classmates passing. You start to hear about so and so lost so and so, someone's spouse, child, someone's partner, passed away, lost a limb, or whatever, right? Or somebody died from cancer. And it's just like, what, man? Like, all I know is I don't want to waste this life. And I'm so blessed to be where I am now, retired. I get a check every month, right? Whether I work, not work. If I work part-time, that's a bonus. I mean, that has paid for so many trips that me and my wife have taken in the last year and a half. And I don't regret it. I don't regret it. And I was telling my coworker that I worked with dealing with special needs, like, dude, I'm just gonna call him dude. I'll tell him two things. Number one, it's okay to save money, but to spend money too, right? You work hard, you play hard. I understand you like, he's kind of a tightwad, right? And I don't want to say that in a bad way. It's just some people's brain is always save, penny pinch, cut corners, look for deals, haggle, through. And even when they get on top, No sound, no sound. Oh my goodness. All right. Let me hang on. Let me disconnect here. All right. Let me reconnect it. Carly, you know what? Let me. All right, let's do this. All right. How about now? 5x5. Good. 5x5. All right. Cool. Thank you. I just disconnected it and reconnected it. So cool. But I told him, I was like, dude, good now. Okay. I just had to reconnect because the alarm went off. But it's like, dude, chill. Go spend your money, man. Go spend some of that money. And it's just like, and I tell him, I was like, you can work 60, 80 hours a week, stack your money up. But the time that passed, you will never be able to buy that back. I don't care if you have $1 million and says, hey, I'd like to buy back last week. It's gone. It's gone. Spend some of your money. Go enjoy it. Smiles, I'm sure that at one point before your situation, personal situation, right? Things were going good, right? And then just like in an instant, it's like, man, your life can change. And it's like, shit, man, like, did I waste it? Should I have done more? And I think the same thing about myself. And I'm not saying what it is here, Smiles. That's you know, I'm not trying to get personal or whatever, but I know in the past you've shared some of it. And it's like your life changes just like that. Tomorrow my life could change too, you know? And so it's like and here's another way for me to say it. When the moment that you come into your life, right? The moment that you get to a point in your life, that's what I'm trying to say. Brother's trying to reach me, had all weekend to reach me, now he's trying to mess with me. The moment you get to your life in your 20s, 30s, 40s, whatever that is, and you realize I don't have infinity time. My time here on earth is not infinity. The moment that snaps in your brain, you've matured, you've grown up, you realize like I could die tomorrow. My parents die. And when death hits you in that capacity, in that mental stage, you realize like, man, this game of life does not go on forever. I don't have infinity lives. Like I can actually die. I could actually get hit. I could get, I could choke. I could get shot. I could whatever, right? And you realize, what am I doing with my time? Am I wasting it? Am I making a difference? Am I at the peak of my career in life, and now I just need to chill and enjoy it, and not try to do anything extra? Like I don't even do wood stuff anymore. I think I made another cow wood dummy, and then I try to make this little Christmas triangle thing, and it's like it didn't come out the way I wanted it, but I just wanted to try and do it. It's like woodworking is not for me anymore. I don't have the time, the passion, or energy, and so I've moved on from it. But every once in a while, I'll cut up some wood and make a new target or something. But I don't have the spark there anymore for it, and that's okay, you know. So now I'm just trying to find something else new to do with my time. Like I said, I've taken a break and back to retirement, and I will look for another job at the beginning of the year. Hopefully, the market will change, the job will change. I know right now everyone's going through shit right now, so it's like lay low. If you have a job, keep it. If you have something going good, stack up your money while you can, and if you get let go or something comes up, then you're a little prepared, right? And preparedness even for the community has changed. Think about that. Think about people that have been in preparedness in this realm of community for the longest time. Like you got your freedom seeds stacked up, you got your pew pews, you got some canned goods, you got your waters, and like we're still waiting for shit hits the fan. We're still waiting for the zombie apocalypse, and it's like it's at some point you realize it's not coming around. It's not coming around the way that we were told, we thought, we assumed. And then I look at channels like Canadian Prepper. No shade on that dude, but he's been around for as long as I've been around that I can remember. And it's like I see his video pop up. I'm like, dude, what are you selling, man? Like, and again, I'm not shitting on him. It's just like he's like a World War III update. The shit's about to hit the market. And I'm like, just live your life, bro. At this point, just live your life. If it happens, it happens. There's not a damn thing you or I can do about it. Live your life. Drink your coffee. It is above and beyond me and you. So I have to question, what is he selling? At this point in the game, what are you selling? And I'm not good with salespeople. It turns me off. I'm like, and I think about social media, like everything is an angle, right? And I had this conversation plenty of times with my ex coworker, with other people on social media, and I'm like, why is it so difficult? Like back in the day when YouTube first started, right? It was a free for all, right? Like you could be famous with one video, right? It was very simplistic. It wasn't complicated. Now with the algorithms and AI, and like it hears every keyword, it puts you in a category, it pushes out your video, it doesn't push it out. TikTok's very big on you have to pay to play, right? If you want to be with the big dogs and you want to be seen, I get tons of almost on every video. If you want to boost your video, get more views, get more likes, get more, subscribers, pay this amount, this $8, $10, $12, and then of course they really push for go live and you can get their TikTok buddy bucks. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to be like dance monkey dance, dance. Come on, dance, dance. When we say dance, cue it up, dance. I don't want to be controlled in that aspect. I want to do what the F I want to do. And if you want to pay me, because it's like, man, people are viewing this guy. And I never understand why they don't just do random, like, hey, we saw your video. We'd like to like collaborate with you this one time. We'd like to. Why do you have to be in these programs? Because it's a money making thing. And I'm not asking because I don't know. I understand. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do keywords, and I don't want to do, you have to say this 5 times in your video and have this intro and this thumbnail, and you got to be controversial and talk about. I don't want to do that. I want to do me. I want to be me. I want to dance to the tune that I want to dance. I don't want someone restricting my creativity because it meets your parameters, I don't know. I'm just random thoughts out there. But I did want to check in with you guys and just let you know I'm here. I'm kicking it, doing my thing, trying to upload videos, share them, but they seem to be. YouTube doesn't like that I use music from other platforms to use for this one, but my videos don't fit the platform for the length of the music that I want it for here, so I don't share as much now. And it's like I gotta kind of toss one up. Like I'm gonna take a break from the TikTok for a little bit so that I can maybe look at YouTube more, right? I don't even see people's videos. I'm like, hey, what happened? So now I gotta go looking for these people, and I'm like, I guess because it's algorithm, I'm not really watching people's videos as much as I did before. So it's like, hey, whoever's there, can you give me a thumbs up? Let me know you're still listening. I saw a video from Joe Primo the other day. I thought, man, I haven't seen him in a while, but I'm glad he did a video. I'm glad I was able to catch it. And I'm thinking, man, it's, the world is changing. That's all I can say. The world is changing. And if you don't get to step in and get up and get out there, it's going to pass you up and you're not going to get the time back. So I'm trying to do my best to just stay humble, stay grounded, stay active, stay busy, and just live my life, right? Enjoy the things that I enjoy. If I want to rope, throw knives, go travel, go visit a town, go try a new barbecue joint, something, I want to do those things because I know that I'm getting older and things have changed. I haven't seen any comments lately, so hopefully everyone's still there. Let me make sure about that. Okay, just making sure this thing is still working. Let's see my screen. But anyway, if you want to say something, share something. I don't want to do all the talking, even though I guess I'm the one hosting this. Absolutely. It's just live your life, guys. Live your life, because this thing that we see on social media, it's not okay. This right here that you're watching, this is true, right? There's no pyrographics, there's no smoke, there's no fireworks. It's just me. It's just Red talking, right? And just being humble, trying to be grounded. But a lot of the social media, like awesome videos you see, it's not true. I don't want to say it's fake because it's an actual person making the video, talking, dancing, whatever. But it's like it's all staged, because I'm a small amateur nobody content creator, when I do my videos, the shooting range, the no AI, some of those, I was just about to tell you that. I was just about to go into segue into that. But the videos that I do, Smiles, and anyone else watching, if you make content, you get it. And I don't have to tell you this, but I'm going to tell you for the ones that just have a social media but don't make any videos, the process, the staging, the getting this set up and the angles and looking at other people's videos to get ideas. What's up? What's up, Hutch? What's up, brother? So I'm talking about life, man. Just checking in with you guys. But the process that it takes to go live, right, or create a video, or like go to a Western town like I did, or to like set up the angle and I watch other people's videos, like that's cool. I'm gonna take a little bit of this and that, whatever, and just to tell that story in that 1 minute video, it's a lot. And you don't understand the creativity behind it, the staging, the lights, the camera, finding the music to go with that, editing, cutting. It's all production, right? And everybody has a different level of production, right? Canadian Prepper doing his videos, that's a production. Hutch getting ready for go live with the green screen, that's a production, right? Small production, just like me, right? But it's like, if somebody had a side camera and was watching me do all this stuff, it wouldn't look as like cool, or it wouldn't look as like, oh man, it's like, it doesn't happen the way you think it does. There's a lot of process that goes behind the scenes, Hutch, just to catch up, I don't know how long you've been here. I was watching a movie last night called Eddington, about a small town sheriff, and then he was going up against it's Joaquin Phoenix is the sheriff, and then Pedro Pascal, he's the mayor. He's trying to get reelected. It takes place in the 2019, 2020, when the whole riots and the COVID and all that shit was going on. And how, I'll say this, because I was watching somebody, because I like to find reviews on the explaining the movie, or like I like to find reviews where it's like, it talks deep into the movie, and the guy was saying, from the perspective, and this is so true in life, right? Heard of it, haven't seen it. It's kind of weird, but I'll tell you what drew me to watch it. I actually found a clip of the ending online, and I thought, that shit looks crazy. I mean, it's like, it just, I'm like, what the fuck? Because I started watching like the first 30 minutes of it, and then I stopped it. I was like, man, this movie's kind of slow. It's like, I don't understand what's going on here. So I had to go find a YouTube, and I was like, Eddington movie explain or movie review, right? So I was like, okay, it takes place in this time, because I didn't know what it was about. It's one of those movies that like you just kind of, you're following, right? And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, who's this? Who's that? Like, what's the movie about? But it's interesting enough to keep me hooked. So finally, I was like, I'll come back to it later. And then yesterday during the day, I saw a clip of the ending of it, and I thought, we went from this to this, like, what the? I'm like, now I gotta go watch it. So then last night my wife was with me. We're watching football, and then she was just sitting next to me on her phone. I was like, let me watch this movie. And I knew what the ending was, and I'm thinking, I want to see what leads up to that now, because I'm a movie kind of person. I love movies. I grew up on movies. Worked at a video store back in the day, DVDs. Worked at the movies. I mean, I'm just a movie kind of person. I like making videos related to movies, or like a little action scene, right? But I'm like, that's crazy and wild. And so, what was I going to say? Oh, and so the guy that I was watching making the review, he was saying that each character has their own point of view in the world, right? And this is related to real life, right? Is that we look at the world through our own eyes, right? Like Hutch, Smiles, City Prepper, Patriot War Patriot. Sorry, brother, I got you butchering your name up. Where are you at? Patriot Warsaw. We all look at the world through our own eyes, right? Like, nobody thinks they're the bad guy. Let me say it that way. No one thinks they are the bad guy. But somebody looking at you might look at you, Hutch, and I'm just using for example. I don't mean shit on you, man. I'm just, who's that bearded guy, smoker, guy? He looks like a bad man in the corner. But like, people that know you, like, dude, Hutch is a cool guy, man. He's grounded, down to earth. The guy would give you the shirt off his back,
I trust the dude, whatever the case may be, right? But somebody that doesn't know you looks at you and like, that dude looks shady, man. He looks like a homeless man. He looks like a, I don't know, man. He looks like he might rob me, right? Whether you're white, black, brown, right? Somebody will look at you and be like, that dude he looks like a suspect. It's like, dude, I'm not the bad guy. You know? And it's funny because people look at the world the way they do, right? And everybody from their own perspective feels that they are right. And that was the dynamic of the movie. It's like when you dig deeper into it, it's like, oh, okay, like the left thinks they are right. The right thinks they are right. Antifa, BLM, everyone from their point of view for their cause thinks that they are the good guy. But they're not the good guy. Not necessarily, because in someone else's eyes, it's like you're the bad guy. And they're like, not me, I'm the good guy, I'm fighting for this. And it's like, you're fighting for what you believe in. That's not what I believe in. Doesn't mean you're the good guy. Right. Just because you're fighting for the cause and what you believe in does not make you the good guy. I like that one. Put that quote somewhere on social media. And that's the thing that I took away from this. Like, wow, like we need to be more open-minded to other people's points of view. Not saying that they're right. Like, I don't think you're right, but I respect your point of view. Right. I'm gonna leave you the F alone. You do you over there. You like to smoke, drink, you like to get prostitutes, whatever, man. That is your life. You do you, right? You know, when the bad guy knows he's bad, it's a better story, right? Like my coworker said, and I really picked this up and I like it because we were talking about people that are like, we talk about this all the time, or we did when we worked together. It's like, you can't change people, man. You cannot change people. Like, there's people here on this platform or other, like, I don't want to say I can't stand them. I don't like them. It's just like, I don't like who they are. I don't like their character. I don't like the way they talk. And that's okay not to like someone else, right? But I don't go to their channel and shit on them. I don't like the dude. I don't like the chick. I don't like what you're about. I don't like the way you talk, you know. But they are who they are, right? I can't change them. Just like nobody can come on here and change me. Like, dude, you're too square. You're too nice. You're too balanced. You're too like, follow the law. Don't break the rules. That's just me, right? Can't change me. It doesn't mean I'm a bad person. Maybe in your eyes, I'm a shitty person, but I know I'm a good person, right? Just like Hutch smiles. Everyone believes I'm a good person to the level of life that I want to live. Like, this life I want to live in the woods, I'm a good person. I ain't fucking with anybody. I ain't messing with anyone out there. Leave me alone. I'm a good person. But if you come my way and start poking at me, yeah, I'm going to be that bad guy, right? I can see Hutch like, yeah, that's Hutch, all right. But that's the thing, is like, nobody thinks they're the bad guy. And I admire that about the movie's perspective. It's like, who's the villain here? It doesn't mean that the sheriff, what he did in the movie, makes him right, but I understand his point of view, just like I understand someone else's point of view. I may not agree with them, right? I'd be like, no, that whole COVID protesting, BLM, Antifa, it just screaming in somebody's face and like shouting and like fascism and all that. I don't understand that. I don't get it. I don't agree with it, but that's you, right? I'm not going to change you, right? And so back to what I was telling you about my friend was like, it's saying you cannot change people. And this is the line that I'm trying to get to, sorry. And that is, if you like it, I love it for you, right? I ain't gonna change you. I ain't gonna bail you out because you blew all your money on hookers and prostitutes and gambling and drinking and booze and all that. And that's you, right? I'm not here to fix your problems. I'm not here to bail you out. If you like it, I love it for you. You like sleeping in the street in your car. You like being broke. You like not working. You like bumming off the system. You like cheating people. You like whatever it is you like. You like it. I love it for you. But that don't mean I gotta pay the price for that. And I'm like, I love that, man. I love that saying. You like it. I love it for you. So, all right. People expect other people to come. even if you'll never see them. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, I want you to change, even though I'm never going to see you in life and you're never going to be my neighbor. It's like just live your life, right? And with AI, sorry, Smiles, I meant to come back on the AI. I've seen so many videos. I'm like, I can't even tell if that shit's real or not. Like, I cannot tell if is that a real, are those real people? And then I'm thinking, then I start looking at things in the background because you have the two main characters, right? And then you look at the other people, like, no, everyone's like this in the background. And I'm like, oh, that's AI, right? Or something ridiculous. I'm like, no, there's no way, right? But AI is getting crazy to the point where, like, I saw the Running Man, the remake, and that sucks. Uh, Glenn Powell, is that his name? I think is the actor. Anyway, Chad Powers, he comes on Chad Powers on Hulu. That's a funny comedy football movie. Go check that out if you haven't seen it. But in Running Man, you could see the AI that where the guy was doing the video, right? And then whatever he was saying, they transitioned that for him to say something totally different, like off the wall. He's like, I didn't say that. That's me, but that's not what I said. And I'm like, that's where we're at in life. Like somebody can take my video and dub over it or take it and like change it up. And like you have to be careful now because AI is like catching up. It's like surpassing our expectations. It's like, can it be used for bad? Yes. Just like anything else, right? You could get a pew pew and use it for good, for hunting, self defense,